The Galactic Council chamber hummed with the nervous energy of 1,000 species, each represented by their most distinguished diplomats. At the center of the circular platform stood two humans, Tris Chen, a chronobiologist with tired eyes and a coffee-stained lab coat, and Han Rodriguez, a temporal engineer whose disheveled hair suggested he'd forgotten what a comb was weeks ago. Ambassador Zelthor of the Crystalline Collective vibrated with barely contained fury. "Explain," the being demanded, its translucent form pulsing red. "How your species managed to desynchronize 47 star systems in the span of a single planetary rotation." Tris glanced at Han, who shrugged with the characteristic nonchalance that had made him both famous and infamous across 3 sectors. She cleared her throat. "Well, you see, it started with daylight saving time." The chamber erupted in confusion. Translators sparked and sputtered, struggling to find equivalent concepts in languages that had evolved on worlds where time was a constant, predictable thing. "Daylight saving?" chirped Representative Quillix, their feathered crest flattening in bewilderment. "How does one save daylight? Where is it stored?" Han stepped forward, pulling up a holographic display. "It's actually pretty simple. Twice a year we just change all the clocks." "Change the clocks," repeated High Chancellor Mixtar slowly, as if speaking to a particularly dim child. "You alter the measurement of time itself?" "Well, not time itself," Tris interjected. "Just how we measure it. We move the clocks forward 1 hour in spring and back 1 hour in fall. It's supposed to save energy." The silence that followed was deafening. Somewhere in the back rows, a methane breather fainted. "Let me understand this correctly," Zelthor said, each word dripping with disbelief. "Your species, which comes from a Class 12 death world with extreme temperature variations, unpredictable weather patterns, and an unusually high concentration of creatures designed to kill you, decided that time was the problem that needed fixing?" Han grinned. "When you put it that way, it does sound a bit odd. A bit ODD." Zelthor's form flashed violently between red and purple. "Your species survives being hunted by apex predators, endures natural disasters that would obliterate most civilizations, and somehow thought, yes, but what if we made everyone confused about what time it is twice a year?" Tris pulled up another display. "In our defense, we've been doing this for over 300 years on Earth. It's tradition." "Tradition?" wheezed Ambassador Quillix. "They do it for tradition," Han continued enthusiastically, apparently missing the horror in the room. "So when we established the human colonies on Kepler 442b, Proxima Centauri b, and the new Terra cluster, we naturally implemented daylight saving time. Different start dates for each one, of course, because of varying orbital periods." "Of course," Zelthor echoed hollowly. "But here's where it gets interesting," Tris said, warming to her subject. "The colonies wanted to maintain synchronization with Earth Standard Time for commerce and communication. So we created the Temporal Adjustment Protocol, which I helped design," Han interjected proudly, "which automatically adjusts time zones across human space to account for daylight saving time while maintaining coordination with non-human systems that use galactic standard time." The Crystalline Collective's ambassador had gone from red to a sickly gray color. "Please tell me you didn't integrate this system with the Galactic Temporal Network." The two humans exchanged glances. "Well," Han said slowly, "we thought it would be more efficient." "Efficient!" Zelthor roared. "Your efficiency caused the shipment of Rigelian time-sensitive medical supplies to arrive 2 weeks late because the jump calculations kept recalibrating. The Andorian Stock Exchange had to shut down for 3 days. An entire Zephyrite migration fleet ended up in the wrong solar system." Tris winced. "Yes, we heard about that. Very sorry." Sorry? High Chancellor Mixtar rose from their seat, all 7 of their eyes fixed on the humans. "Do you understand what you've done? For the first time in galactic history, we have to add a footnote to temporal coordinates. Unless you're dealing with humans, in which case good luck. To be fair," Han offered, "most species have trouble with human timekeeping anyway. We have time zones, leap years, leap seconds, and that weird thing where some places don't observe daylight saving time but others do." "Why?" Quillix shrieked. "Why would you do this to yourselves?" Tris shrugged. "Honestly, nobody really knows anymore. Some politicians implemented it and then we just kept doing it. There have been studies showing it doesn't actually save energy, causes health problems, increases accidents." "And you continued." Zelthor was now cycling through colors that didn't exist in most species' visual spectrum. Humans are really good at doing things that don't make sense, Han explained cheerfully. It's kind of our thing. We eat foods that are poisonous. We keep animals that could kill us as pets. We invented something called reality television. Please stop, Mixtar begged. I'm getting a migraine and my species doesn't even have pain receptors. Triss consulted her datapad. The good news is that we've developed a patch for the temporal adjustment protocol. It will create an isolated human temporal subnet that won't interfere with galactic standard time. And we've added a warning label, Han added. Any ship entering human space will now receive an automated message. Warning, humans ahead. Time may not work properly. Zelthor slumped in defeat. This is what we get for allowing Deathworlders into the Galactic Council. First, they introduce the concept of spicy food. Then they somehow domesticate the galaxy's most aggressive predators and call them good boys. And now this. In our defense, Triss said. At least we didn't try to implement the old Hebrew calendar. That thing had 19-year cycles and, out! Thundered the entire council in unison. As Triss and Han were escorted from the chamber, Han leaned over and whispered, Should we tell them about the proposal to add 2 leap seconds next year? Triss elbowed him sharply. Let's survive this crisis first. Behind them, they could hear Zelthor addressing the council. Motion to add Understanding Human Temporal Mechanics as a mandatory course in all diplomatic academies. All in favor? The vote was unanimous. As they walked back to their ship, Han grinned at Triss. You know what's funny? We still haven't told them about time travel. Triss stopped dead. Han, we agreed. I know. Baby steps, he paused. Besides, we should probably wait until after they discover what we did with their concept of bedtime. Triss groaned. We're going to get humanity banned from the galaxy, aren't we? Han's grin widened. Only if they find out about the metric system debate. In the distance, alarms began to sound throughout the station. Apparently, someone had just discovered that humans measured distance in both kilometers and miles, often simultaneously. It was going to be a long day. Or was it? With daylight saving time, who could really tell? The end.